This video is sponsored by PelucidFX.com.
Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, Forex Peace Army now with the sponsorship of PelucidFX. Now I'm starting to deal with another market, that is the gold market. Well, and by today's research we start the daily video updates of the technical picture on the gold market. To clearly understand the analysis of the technical analysis of the lower time frames of the daily time frame intraday charts, it's better to read previously the weekly analysis on our forum, because gold is the most sophisticated market, it's one among the most sophisticated markets. It's very difficult to deal with it, it's a very cunning market, and it carries a lot of nuances and highly impacted by fundamental picture. And clearly understand why this level or that level has the crucial meaning for behavior of gold quotes on the gold market. Better to read the analysis of the higher time frames. In this case, you probably will be better to connect the current daily analysis and overall situation on the gold market. In the beginning of the research, I just would like to say that in general, gold has the potential bullish power, because the current price action on the higher time frames is typical for upward continuation, but that is only about the technical picture, because as I said, gold feels the significant impact from the fundamentals, from the demand, supply, overall positions, hedge fund, assets, governments and other entities that highly influence on the behavior of the gold market. That's why we have some crucial levels to keep an eye on, and depending on how market will behave around these levels will tell us what to expect in the nearest future. Currently on the daily time frame, the most significant level to keep an eye on the coming week and in the nearest future is the current year low. That level is 1625 area, approximately in this area. Okay, because gold has the tendency to create the high or low for the year within the first quarter of the year, and that is the current low of the year. This low stands below the yearly pivot point, and if market proceed low and take out this low, this could lead to deeper move right to the 1536 area. I don't want to tell that it will definitely happen, but if market will move below it and will hold there, this will be the truly breakout of this low. Market will hold below this low. We have the risk to see the continuation right to the 1536 area. That is our major scenario to monitor in the nearest future. On the coming week, we will deal with these patterns that is now forming on the daily time frame. So we see that market has the bearish trend, and we have in progress this ABCD pattern to the downside. On Friday, market has formed the bearish stop grabber that suggests the taking out at minimum of these lows. Okay. The first area to watch for as the potential support is right here. That is the 786 support and the target of this ABCD pattern. So if you are bullish, your task is to take the position as closer to these lows as possible, because that is your worrying point. That is, I couldn't call it as the crucial, as an invalidation point, but this is really significant level to watch for. And if market will take it out, as I said, this will be really a significant moment. That's why to hold the bullish context on the higher time frames and to hold the potential challenge of the upward continuation, market should hold somewhere above this low. This will be preferable from the bullish point of view. The one and the just single pattern and level that we now could watch for is this level, 768 support, deep fib support, and target of the ABCD pattern, because we do not have any other supports levels right here before this low. So if market will hold there and will accomplish this stamp grabber pattern, that will be nice. In this case we could hope on the potential move to the upside. If market will fail there, then it could lead to the deeper move to the downside according to this butterfly buying pattern. It could be right to the 116 sharp area or even lower, because as I said, this level is significant. So on the daily time frame, our trading plan is based on the move to the 1640 area. So if you trade on the daily time frame, you're a positional trader, you just probably could wait when the market will reach this area and watch how market will behave around this area. If you're a scalp trader, if you're a day trader, you trade on the intraday charts, then probably you could try to initiate the short position with the target around 1640 area. It's right here, based on this pattern. That is the stop grabber, bearish stop grabber pattern. Now let's shift to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, this could be another butterfly, and in fact we have the mirror picture to the daily time frame, because we have the butterfly and we have also, take a look at the bearish stop grabbers that is forming now to the downside. It's one stop grabber, second, third stop grabber in a row. What is interesting is that the 127 extension of this butterfly stands precisely at the 7868 daily fib support, in agreement with this greater ABCD pattern on the daily time frame. Also, take a look at that inner ABCD pattern of the butterfly, A, B, C top. 1618 target stands precisely in the same area as around 1640 area. That is some sort of the cluster of the support area, this really significant support that has the target of the reversal pattern, I mean butterfly. Well, that's why this support is worth it to our attention, and if market will hold there, we could initiate the longer term bullish position. Because if you will read the analysis of the weekly time frame, you'll see that this is really crucial point now for the bulls, and if market will hold above the current year's low 1625, we could pretend on bullish development. On the hourly time frame, you probably will be laughing, but we could treat current price action as the bullish butterfly as well. So we could treat this action as the butterfly, and 1618 extension of this butterfly stands precisely again in the 1640 area. So we have two different butterflies patterns, even and daily ABCD pattern that points on 1640 area is the support. That's significant. Well, so a lot of different patterns suggest the further downward acceleration. That is stop grabber on the daily time frame, stop grabbers on the intraday chart, on the 4-hour time frame, three butterflies that all point on the same level. Now, how we could enter? Do not pay attention to this inlay. I will show you the large chart of this inlay. Particularly, we will take a look at the swing on the hourly time frame, this starting right wing of the butterfly. Trend turns to the bearish side here. So, by the way, we have bearish trend on all time frames. It means, and since market not adverse sold, it means that we could use just shallow retracement on the intraday charts to try to enter on the short side of the market. Let's take a look at this chart. This will be 5-minute chart of this swing. That is, by the way, the high of the most recent stop grabber on the 4-hour time frame. I will show you of that stop grabber. So in fact we have this swing to the downside on this 5-minute chart. Well, let's see the confluence resistance area on the 5-minute chart around 60-70 area, very close to the high of the stop grabber. And one of the feature of the gold market is that gold likes to show the deep retracements. The most often ratio for the retracement on the gold market is the 618 retracement. It's a very favorable and most likely retracement on the gold market. That's why this confluence resistance area is very interesting from the perspective of the stop grabber and in general from the lovely ratio for the gold market. So that is the one of the area that we should keep an eye on in the beginning of the next week, is the area where we could search for the possibility to enter on the short side of the market with the target around 60-40 area. Where to place stop? Well, since the value of the point on the gold market is rather significant, it will depend on your money management, but honestly speaking, it's better to place stop somewhere above the high of the stop grabber, because if market will accelerate further to the upside, this could lead to greater ABCD pattern to the upside, and this will erase the bearish pattern and will shift daily trend to the bullish side. That's why this area is significant. Until these highs will not be taken out, then the bearish context will hold and the probability of further downward acceleration will exist. So if you're bullish, we should wait for either 60-40 area, since this is solid support area to enter on the long side of the market, or breaking this level to the upside. If you're bearish positional trader, wait for the breakout of this low to think about the enter on the short side of the market. The scalpers, the intraday chart traders should be, if they enter short as we just have discussed, be aware of taking out of these highs. If this will happen, then we should probably close our position, and in this case market will erase context for entering on the short side of the market, since all the stop grabbers will be erased, although some chances exist that market could continue high since initial swing of the butterfly will hold, but in general this will be significant area since market will shift trend, as I said, and erase this bearish pattern. That will be the significant hit on the bearish perspective. So that's all that I would like to share with you with the gold market for the Monday trading session. You can see this really difficult market to analyze, a lot of nuances that we should keep in mind when we deal with the gold market, and we have to be extra sensitive to the changing of the sentiment of the behavior on the market. Because for instance, if we will take the position right here, we know that market in fact could continue move with this butterfly, so we need to protect our position right the first bounce from this area. So we should be extra careful, and when we deal with the gold market, this is very difficult market to trade. It stays in the consolidation, so it's really a cunning market. So let's see how it will turn. So we have our trading plan. Let's try to follow it on the coming week. I wish you good luck with the trading on the gold, and let's see what we could say at the end of this week.